The plank posture is one that requires a great deal of core strength as well as arm and shoulder strength. Until people develop this strength, they often have some very creative ways of getting into the posture. But today I'd like to show you how you can safely perform the posture and some modifications that will help you as you develop your strength. So first, we're going to begin by talking about the placement of the hands. So as you begin to bring your weight into the palms of your hands, you really want to focus and be sure that the weight is evenly distributed throughout the entire palm of the hand. Oftentimes, people will have the weight in the heel of the hand. This can cause wrist problems and pain after repeated practice. So that's why it's important to press firmly through the tops of the hands, all the way through the fingertips and the ball of the hand, creating a firm foundation. The next step is to place your shoulders. It's important to create a straight line from your shoulders to your wrists. If you have hyperextended elbows, try not to press your elbow forward, but to maintain a straight line without too much rotation. It's a perfectly valid exercise to just practice this portion of the posture. This is extremely beneficial for people who use computers and have hyperextended wrists. These exercises strengthen the flexors of the arm and make it easier for you to work with better posture and without injury. Once you feel secure here, you can begin to stretch one leg behind you. Try and create a solid base on the ball of your foot. Feel yourself pushing energy out of the heel of your foot. And try to get a sense of a straight line running from your heel to the crown of your head. Maintaining your solid foundation in your hands and shoulders, begin to extend your other leg behind you. This is the plank posture. When this becomes too much for you to handle, you can simply place your knees on the floor. Notice that my torso is still at an angle. This allows me to continue to work the upper body and the core and get the same benefits of working the posture with my knees straight. You may notice in this posture it's difficult to maintain your core strength. You want to be sure that you are not slumping in your low back or sinking into your shoulders. This is not the posture. You want to have control and maintain the straight line we talked about. Likewise, you don't want your pelvis to be too high in the air. You have to find that happy medium. This is why it may be useful to come down to your knees. A full expression of this plank posture can be very challenging, but we're going to take it one step further into chaturanga, or the low plank. This is where you bend your elbows as if you were going down for a push-up. Don't come all the way down to the floor, but maintain your elbows at 90 degrees. Be sure to hug your elbows in closely to your body. You don't want them to splay out to the sides. At the same time, you don't want them to tuck underneath your ribs. That's definitely cheating. Try and keep them to the outside of your rib cage, but not too far out to the sides. Also, be sure you're maintaining the strength in your core. You can always be on your knees for this posture. That really helps to practice with integrity and not practice improperly. Now that you're in the hardest position of the series, you can go ahead and come down to the floor. Reward yourself with a break and a deep breath for the hard work you just did.